said the people study the Quran.
Okay.
They study the Quran. You're not studying the Quran. Okay.
So people
Yes.
convert to Islam because they study the Quran. Is that it?
Okay. How? Yeah. How do you believe something?
I studied
If
the
you
Quran.
believe something,
Listen,
if you
I
believe something,
studied
you have
the
to study.
Quran, and I didn't convert. As a matter of fact, I wanted to be a Muslim, but now I can't be a Muslim because I read the Quran.
No, you're not telling the truth.
Sorry. What if I
So
show
now
you
you're
a
telling me I'm not
blatant...
telling the truth.
Yeah.
Man, this
Sorry.
guy. Hey, could I
Yeah,
get
this
the
guy is a bit...
The way you talk, you're not
Hold on a
objective.
second.
You're just.
Can I get the winning lotto numbers for tomorrow? Because I really want to win the lotto. I'll give you 50%.
The people, they do believe
Yeah,
in
sorry.
Islam.
Can you slow down?
I
Sorry.
understand that people believe in Islam. I don't listen. I don't care what you believe in. I believe the moon is made out of Swiss cheese. Right? That's my belief. I'm interested. What is your evidence to prove to me? If I was even to ask you, can you show me any historical evidence that there was even a religion called Islam, a book called the Quran, and people called Muslim in the 7th century? You can't. But I'm not going to go that.
You see,
I'm just going to use the Quran.
You see now you expose yourself. What
How
does
did I
Islam mean?
expose myself? Prove
What
me
does
wrong.
Islam mean?
Prove me
What does
wrong.
Islam mean? What
Prove
does
me
Islam mean?
wrong. Islam
Yeah.
is an
What does Islam mean?
Islam is an 8th century term. That means submit, surrender to the one true God, but we don't know which one is the one true God.
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay,
Surrender
so
to God.
it's an 8th century
That's
term
the
that
general.
nobody knew, right? Nobody knew a religion called Islam. Even in the 8th century, nobody had heard of this religion called Islam. Nobody knew what a Muslim was.
Nobody was
Nobody was talking about a Quran. So why is that?
Where do you have a Christianity? Do you have a Christianity?
What does Christianity have to do with Islam not existing in the 7th century?
Do you have a Christianity?
I'm a little confused. What does Christianity have to do with the topic?
Because your arguments say,
Can we focus? I know ADHD is tough to deal with, but can we try? Do I need to give you some Adderall?
You are saying that Islam doesn't exist. That's not
I
correct.
didn't say it doesn't exist because obviously it exists. I am talking to you. I said, can you show me evidence from the 7th century that there was a religion called Islam? There was a book called the Quran.
By the meaning submission. By the meaning
I don't
submission.
care what it means. I'm not interested in what it means.
That's what the scholars say. That's what the
I'm
scholars
not
say.
interested in what the scholars say because I know what Islam means, and I know
You are interested just in your own little bit.
I know when the word was invented. The word was not used before the 8th century. So where can I find proof? Where can I find people talking about this religion that existed in the 7th century in a place called Mecca, which, by the way, didn't exist in the 7th century?
Mecca is mentioned in the Quran. And
I don't care that Mecca is mentioned in the Quran because your Quran doesn't come before the 8th century.
Mentioned in the Bible. I said mentioned in the Old Testament.
No. There's no Mecca in the Bible. Please don't insult yourself.
Listen.
Host.
Yes.
Is there a guy historically named Muhammad exists?
That's up for debate. Obviously, there were many guys named Muhammad.
Okay, so to that, yes, there are multiple Christian historical professors that have written papers on the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam.
Okay, give me those professors, and I'll take a look at which sources because I just finished reading 2 books from the German scholars. And they're basically come to the conclusion that Islam started from a sect of Christianity, a heretical sect, that Islam as a religion did not exist until the end of the 8th and 9th century.
Let me ask you one question. Why would you give that?
That's the baloney.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, because there are evidence, historical records, archaeological evidences. Yeah.
They looked at the evidence, like Doctrino Jacobi, which says that Muhammad was alive in 634, invading Gaza. Now, here's a problem. In the Hadith collection, it could be Muhammad could have been alive in 634 because I found a hadith that says in Sahih Muslim that says Muhammad passed away when he was 65. Then I found another hadith that says he passed away when he was 60. Then I found another hadith that says he passed away at 63. Now I'm confused.
Stay with the Quran. Just stay with the Quran first.
Well, the Quran doesn't say anything about Muhammad.
That's stay. No, he's a
But
prophet.
Saleh,
He's a
calm
messenger.
down, Saleh.
He's a messenger of God.
Let's stick with the Quran, Saleh. Okay, we stick with the topic.
Yeah.
Saleh, can we start, Saleh? Okay, with one verse. Can you read Maryam verse 7, ayah 7?
What does it say?
That's the easiest one that I can find. The easiest example. One can actually verify or validate whether or not this book of yours, whether or not it's from the God Almighty, for example. So can you read quickly, Saleh, what it says in that verse?
What does it say, the verse? I don't have something here in front of me.
Yeah, I'll read it for you. You said 19:7, right?
Do you
Yes,
have the Arabic?
19:7.
Well, hold on a second. I got to turn on. Where's my light? I know I got a light here somewhere. Okay.
This is something that
Let's,
everyone, anyone can
stop
do.
talk about Zakaria, okay?
All
Yeah, it
right,
talks about Zechariah.
Okay, so it says, okay. I heard this one before. I actually did a video on this.
Oh,
It's-
wow, okay.
There's two problems with this verse. Oh, Zechariah, indeed, we give you glad tidings of a boy. His name will be Yahya.
Yes.
Not we have assigned or given this name to anyone before.
Exactly. The last sentence, Saleh. You see, the name Yahya or John the Baptist, the son of Zechariah, okay, Zechariah. You see what the claims of your Allah in that book? The name that has never been given to anyone before.
Yeah.
It's crystal clear. If you look back
What's
to
the
history.
What's the problem with that?
Yeah. Hold on. Zechariah or John the Baptist in first century, it's a common name. Yehohanan, Yohanan, or Yahya, it's a common name in that time.
The
Okay.
Jewish, do you have Yohanna in the Old Testament?
Lots of name. Yohanan, Yehohanan. It's
In the Old Testament?
those are common names. Google it up.
Where in the Old
Google it
Testament?
up.
Where in the
No,
Old
not
Testament?
even before.
Saleh,
Give me the Old Testament. You're talking about the Old Testament.
Oh, gosh.
John was the fifth most common name. Going
Exactly.
back from 330
John is not
BC.
John.
Hold on a
is not
second.
the Hebrew.
Hold on a
It's not
second.
the Hebrew.
Hold on a
It's not the
second.
Hebrew or
Hold on.
Aramaic.
Listen, hold on a second. Okay. John or Johanna, right? Hebrew,
Yes.
goes back to it's the fifth most popular name. It even beat Jesus. Jesus was number 6, right? And I have the sources. John goes back to as far back as 330 BC to 200 AD.
Mary.
That was the fifth most common name for Palestinian Jews.
What about Mary?
I'd have to look at it. I just
Yeah,
remember
me too.
John was number 5
No.
and Jesus was number 6, which I was surprised. But right, so we know that there was more Jesus during that time. So what your Allah is saying that before John of the Baptist, which would have been 1st century AD, nobody had been named John.
He's your Allah too.
No, he's not my Allah.
Same God. You just don't understand it.
No, he's not my Allah. My Allah has a personal name, right? And his name is not Allah. So I don't know this Allah.
He's got 99 other names that you.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
let's
got
focus
99
here.
names, but one of those names is not the name of my God. So,
But one
you
thing
know.
I will say is I genuinely
hold on,
appreciate
hold
that you know and believe and say that.
No, Yahud,
that he was a
please,
Christian
can we
Palestinian.
stick with the
I appreciate that.
with the topic at hand at the moment? It's
Yeah.
about the name which was claimed in your book as the first name given at that time, at that point of time. Apparently, based on facts, that is not true, right? So how can you still believe that that book of yours is from God Almighty, okay? All knowing.
I just want to know the name, the name Yahya. What is the meaning of the name Yahya in the Arabic language, according to your Quran?
Yeah, we can go there, brother. But I think I want to focus. Yahud, do you acknowledge that it's a mistake in the Quran, saying that's the first time that name given?
Listen,
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Yes.
Listen. Can you can you show us what Zechariah said in the Bible about Yahya?
No. Hold on. I want to focus the claim of your Allah. Okay, your Allah.
No. Just
Saleh, come on.
just
I don't
wanna
want to
take it
jump.
together.
I don't want to waffle. I want to
We want to
focus.
take it together. He
No,
said
no, we're
he's
not
gonna
going to take
name
it together.
Yeah,
Listen,
show me
listen.
what Zechariah
Oh
said.
gosh.
Listen, we're not going to the Bible because the Bible's not relevant to this. Your Quran makes a claim.
No.
No.
it's relevant.
Listen, man,
It
don't
is
come into my
relevant.
house and poop in my brand new carpet. And I won't come into your house and poop in yours. Okay, we're not going to the Bible. The Bible is irrelevant. It doesn't help you. As a matter of fact, it buries you 6 feet under. Your Quran, Allah makes a claim. If the Quran is from Allah, Allah is telling Zechariah, which, by the way, let me ask you, is Zechariah a prophet in your Quran?
Of course.
Okay, well, you got another problem, because the father of John the Baptist was not a prophet; he was a priest. Zechariah
That's
the
your
prophet is
interpretation. That's your
Zechariah the
Don't
priest.
listen.
Zechariah-
Don't judge me by your Bible. Don't judge me by
Zechariah
your Bible.
the prophet was 600 years before Zechariah the priest. Your book comes along and totally ignores historical figures.
What is a priest doing in a Muslim book, anyways?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
So
but
again, why does Allah say that there was nobody named John, or a variation? Because if I go to Spain, John is Juan, but it's still John, right? The meaning is still John. How it's spelled? Like today, I was on a Muslim live and they were saying, "Oh, find me Johanna in the Greek." Of course, you're not going to find it. It's Greek.
in Greek it's Ioannis. Yeah.
Yes, he was trying to say, well, that's not. No, it is the same because it just means John in Greek. If I go to Spain, right, or if I go to a Spanish country, it's Juan. It's still John. Doesn't matter how it's spelled or how you pronounce it. It's still John. Now there was a guy named John back in the 2nd century BC, 200 years before John the Baptist was even born. His name was Johann Kohan Gadol, or John the High Priest. So why is Allah saying that nobody was named John before John the Baptist? And how did Zechariah become a prophet? Now you got a prophet named Zechariah that never existed. You got a prophet named Lot who never existed. You got a prophet named Ishmael who never existed. You got a prophet named Shuaib, Hud, Saleh. These guys were never prophets. Who are they prophets to? Because nobody writes about these prophets.
Oh, okay.
Welcome. We are approaching the end of our flash show. There are only 40 seconds left.
40 seconds left,
And we
guys.
only have 3 units left here.
Units in stock.
Hey
So
guys,
let's get going.
call in now. You get 5 1 to get 150 off.
You see, God bless, brother.
down with a cold.
See, they can't really. I mean, just by the name John, they. Oh gosh.
Yeah, well, see, there's also a problem in chapter 5, verse 20. Moses, supposedly, we're being told what Moses is saying to the Israelites. And Moses is saying that how Allah blessed them, right?
Yeah.
Made them prophets and made them kings. So my question is, now they'll try to say, well, the word could mean sovereign. No, it's kings. That word throughout the Quran, it means kings, except when it's used for Allah, and then it's not a noun. Of course, you know, if you use cat for Allah, it automatically becomes a dog. So my question to Muslims is, can you give me the name of a king, of an Israelite king during the time of Moses or prior to Moses? I did not see the William Craig debate. Was it good? I may have to catch it.
Debating again with who?
I don't know who he was debating, but wasn't it about the Trinity or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go take a look. Honestly, I'm getting very bored of these debates because, I was all excited about God Logic and AP having a debate, and I go there and the debate was not even about the topic. Every debate that I've been going to, I go there and people are talking about everything in the kitchen sink, but not the topic of the debate. So usually when that happens, I just leave.
God bless. Let me. Keep messing up. Look, hey, this is debate. This is that. So it was William Craig against Muhammad Hijab, and I just watched the whole thing, and it's kind of funny because Muhammad Hijab tried to personally keep attacking William's viewpoint when William is telling you he's not going to come from his viewpoint or later ideals on how to define certain things. He's coming from the Trinity itself. Muhammad Hijab just ignored that and kept attacking his viewpoint, which it was like, dude, you're not listening.
I mean, Muhammad Hijab is a Muslim. They don't listen.
Right. He talked about that the Trinity was incoherent. All he kept using was like these biased opinions on like he used one comment about can two or these persons have like fully do something 100% and not be separate. And he took Williams Craig analogy, which had nothing to do with like the actual body, but just trying to describe the mindset of God with the three dogs. But the worst one he did was when he said, can a woman and a woman, right, fully, come together and create a child? And Craig's like, what the freak is you talking about? Like, that's not, I mean, of course that's not possible, but that's not even what he's saying. He's like, the same thing with like a light, right? If you think about like a candle, you have two different candles, but they both produce the same amount of energy, though they may work in their own way to produce the same light. Like, but Muhammad, he didn't understand. Like, when you look at it, when you watch it, you can tell Hijab didn't fully understand what he was saying or trying to imply. He wasn't really attacking what he was saying.
Yeah, he was out of his league. Now one thing that I will say that I have been doing lately is from these debates, especially if it's interesting, I download the transcript.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just go through it and, delete everything that's irrelevant. But, sometimes you get some good arguments, you get some good points, something that you can use or something that you can, debunk. So that's what I did.
On YouTube.
Yeah, I did. There's a channel that last I checked, it's got 4 videos, and it's two AIs debating each other, and then the judges are a bunch of other AIs. Like one of them was Jesus is God. Another one was a Christian AI versus a Muslim AI, and I like it because it's sourced. Right, each bot will give you sources that you can use, and I don't know, man. The believer bot hasn't lost a debate yet.
Cooking a Muslim robot.
Hey, what's up, Brother Word? If you want to come up, Jessica. Yeah. So what happened to the Muslims?
They probably ashamed after Hijab's loss. They didn't even comprehend that they lost.
Come on, 99 and 1 hasn't been around for a while. You guys got me bananas.
But Hoss, brother, do you have a YouTube channel? What's your YouTube?
It's DQS.
DQS?
Yeah, DQS. Dairy Queen.
Listen to that.
Dairy Queen series. Well, it used to be called Dissecting the Quran series, but then somebody started complaining it was too long, so I shortened it to DQS channel.
Oh, DQS channel, okay.
Just go to my account here, and it should be in the bio. Should be a link to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it.
What's up, the real Jessica? Where's the fake Jessica at?
I'm here. God bless you guys. How are you?
You don't have anything of it. Try what topic? Hey, Jesus, I don't have that many backgrounds on this phone. All my good backgrounds are in the other phone. My doctor, trust me, bro. But let me see what I got. Yeah, because I don't want to restart this thing. We got 22 people. I'm pretty sure we'll get a Muslim somewhere.
So who are they saying was a prophet now again? I came in kind of.
Well, I mean, all right, let's try this one.
John the Baptist's father, Zechariah?
Yes. Yes.
No, he was a priest.
Yes, he was a Levite priest, right?
Yeah, Levite, yep, Leviticus.
Yeah. Now, there was a prophet. There was a prophet Zechariah, but they're not the same guy.
No.
The same way.
Isn't it Zacharias? Zacharias?
No, actually, I think they're both spelled the same way.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I kind of get kind of confused to the Lazarus and then Lazarus, the rich man and Lazarus, and then the guy Lazarus that Jesus rose from the dead. So sometimes those two names.
Hey, Rakim, I don't have that in this phone, so I can't do it. I would have to leave the phone to email that to myself and then download it and then upload it. So maybe the next time I'll use it. It is a good one. Actually, I created one, remember? I just don't have it here. All right, see, we got a full panel. Do we have any Muslims? Guys, only Muslims. Not that I don't like the Christians, but if we have the full panel, if it's just Christians, then how am I going to,
Oh, I was going to...
I didn't know that there weren't any... Oh, well, she dropped. It's nice to meet everybody, though. My name is...
How's it going?
My name is Maccabiah. Nice to meet you.
Hey, good to meet you. My name is 99 and 1. No, I'm just kidding. You can just call me John.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Cuss me out since there's many ways to heaven, I guess. Go ahead.
Yes, man.
Cuss me out.
I got 99 and 1 ways to get to heaven, and Allah ain't one of them. Yeah, so... Well, we got a spot for Muslims, but if a Muslim does come up, I would just ask, please, let's not, let me handle them, because if we start bombarding them, then we're no better than they are when we go on their panels, and then they beat the crap out of us.
Okay, I'm gonna drop. Thanks a lot, House. God bless, brothers and sisters.
God bless you. Come anytime.
Okay, see ya.
All right.
Bye.
All right, so we got 4 spots. Let's keep these 4 spots open for Muslims. I don't know why the panel keeps changing. Hey, Rakim, are you changing the panel? What happened?
I said, power mod me up.
Power mod you up?
Yeah. I got Clubhouse. Hey, so mod me up.
You're not a mod? Let me see. I don't know who's mods anymore, man. Well, it's not doing any. No, disconnect. No, we don't want to disconnect the Pope. Disconnect the Pope. They changed. This looks totally different. Ooh, do I want to mute the Pope? Do I want to block the Pope? Do I want to report the Pope? Nah, we won't do that.
After what I said the other day.
Hey, somebody, I'm going to have to check my YouTube. Somebody had challenged me to go to Clubhouse. I guess he's a Muslim, wants to debate. I guess he posted on one of my videos that I uploaded.
Let's go, bro.
All right, 17. Come on, guys. I only got 3,600K. I'm getting like the word, man. Come on, guys. Let's get it up to 5,000. Oh, that reminds me. Doctor, trust me, bro. You better start clicking that clickety click. Where are you? 99 and 1. There we go. Come over here and get that baby going. What's up, Chris? Man, don't be stone lickers, man. Don't make me bring up Chris Claus up here and give you the riot act. In a nice way, TikTok, in a nice way.
What happened to them, bro? I was just out for a minute.
What happened to who?
Those two guys.
Oh, they dropped. We needed some room for some Muslims. I think we got 3 spaces. We had 3 spaces. I don't know how that thing works. Zabadabadoozy. Why does
Are you
my...
gonna go back to Clubhouse?
I drop by every now and then.
Oh.
I mean, I haven't really seen any action over there. Oh, that's why my background hasn't changed, because...
Yeah, I came from I was over there about an hour ago. It was just boring. It was just like nothing popping over there.
Hey, are you guys having problems joining the live? Because my PC is telling me it's taking too long to load the live.
Actually, man, my problem with TikTok is guys are just falling out suddenly out of the room.
Oh, it's been kicking me out of the room. Well, you're talking about Clubhouse. No, I'm talking about here.
No. TikTok, man.
Oh yeah, I've been kicked out a couple of times in my own live. And I've had the app where it freezes, and then you get the message. Would you like to wait, or would you like to close the app? And I'll say wait, but then I won't be able to do anything. So then I have to restart it.
Yeah. Do you get the prompt that this is a pre-recording?
I have not gotten that one yet.
Oh, good.
Not yet.
Good for you.
Yeah. Now, yesterday I got one that when the host is not active for a while, they give you this challenge that you have to do. It's usually you have to slide a little jigsaw piece into the blank piece. And they gave me one of those, but the problem is that I had been talking throughout the whole live. And then the app was slow, so it wouldn't let me do it. And
It did to me too, bro.
I got down to like just under a minute, because it gives you like, X amount of time for you to get it right, just in case you mess up. But yeah, I don't know, the app, and I've checked, I've got the latest update, so they just don't like me.
JC, is my question too hard? I'm just asking the Muslims, where in the Quran did Allah made Adam a prophet?
Then Allah make who a prophet?
Adam.
Oh, Adam?
Yeah, Adam. And they
I
were
don't
saying,
know.
Is it in Islam? Is it the only ideal that they believe like a prophet is anyone who like God like talks to, especially like Hagar would be considered a prophet technically by their standards in the Bible because God spoke with her? Is that their viewpoint?
Now remember, there is no Hagar in the Quran, so she wouldn't be a prophet or a prophetess. Not to mention that there's no female prophets in Islam. But
wait, hold on, Ibn, how are you saying I'm lying? If I'm lying, tell me what makes someone a prophet in Islam.
Actually, see, here's the thing.
If I'm lying, tell me what makes someone a prophet, because the only thing y'all say is
they will tell you that every messenger every prophet is a messenger, but not every messenger is a prophet. You want to talk about confusion. Now, according to the Quran, I can't remember the verse. It says prophets come with a book, and then a messenger comes confirming what the prophet has brought. So a messenger's job is to confirm what the prophet has brought. So Muhammad couldn't be a prophet based on that. Let me see if I can...
They have absolutely no standard of what makes somebody a prophet, just like they have no standard of what makes somebody not a prophet to make any kind of argument against anybody.
Let me see.
Banco, I just found another good thing that JC just told me about that. He said after a prophet comes... there comes out after the prophet a messenger. So who is the messenger of Adam?
No. Who would be the messenger?
That's another question.
So listen to this. This is chapter 381. It says, when took Allah the covenant of the prophets, certainly whatever I have given you of the book and the wisdom, then comes to you a messenger confirming that which is with you. So I read that prophets are given a book and wisdom, and then after the prophet comes a messenger confirming that book / wisdom. That's how I'm reading it.
Did you know that their prophet, according to their Sahih Hadith, allowed a Bedouin to pee in their mosque, just like?
Oh, yeah,
Their mosque?
Dogs also used to do it, so,
Yeah, but they didn't pour water on it. They didn't even clean it. They just used to. Muhammad poured water on the Bedouin's pee, but not on the dog. They just used to leave it there. So they, I
guess
know their mosques just smell terrible.
I guess the dog had holy pee.
Why they even try to prescribe to the hadiths? Because number one, the hadiths are so much later, it really isn't accurate as far as keeping the history together, because there's so many hadiths that contradict each other. It could even be probably within the same collection that goes against each other. So when it comes to that doesn't work.
According to the hadiths, Muhammad either died at 60, or he died at 63, or he died at 65. Okay. I mean, the scholars don't, the hadith scholars don't even, they can't even figure out when he died. And then scholars,
for sure these are his words. Like, how does that make any sense?
Well, I mean, hadiths, the whole isnad thing is fabricated. Josh Little says hadiths are not reliable. Not only that, there's historical anachronisms in the hadith. Like, there's one hadith where Muhammad says, lock your doors. Lock what doors? There was no locks. Now they'll tell you, it's not that kind of lock. First of all, I don't believe there was a city called Mecca.
JC, you said he died in 63. That makes Aisha 18 years old.
Well, according to the hadiths, yes, she was 18 when he died at supposedly, 62, 63, right? Because he was born in 570 and he died in 632. According to their story, right? We don't even know, we really didn't have any credible evidence that there was a Prophet Muhammad from Mecca. Hell, because we don't have any evidence for a city called Mecca. Now, in Shoemaker's latest book, he says that if there was a place called Mecca that people lived, it would have a population of 500 people.
Probably less than that.
And 1/3 of it would be, male adults. Then he says that Medina, which did exist because it was called Yathrib, and in the area, not in one particular spot, would have had 1,000 people living there. So how did Muhammad go to Medina and then come back with 10,000 people? Where did he get the other 9,000? And he also says there's no credible evidence that there were Jews or Christians living in that area.
Yeah, can I say something I always thought about that I thought was strange?
Sure.
You know, they say the jinns are supposedly these ancient beings that existed back then and they lived such a long time, So I always thought, why is the Islamic thought process that these supposed jinns can become Muslim or become Christian, become your brother in whatever faith, if they had already knew about supposedly Allah and His goodness and His mercies and all these different things, why would they need to be convinced by a regular Muslim, right, to follow Islam? Because they would have already knew the truth from the beginning. And just like humans pass on stuff, but we have a shorter lifespan, those beings will have a longer lifespan compared to us. So even the ideology just doesn't make sense. It's not coherent. I'm just saying from just the outside, just looking in, it's not coherent.
You know what your problem is, Banku?
What?
You think too much.
I think a lot. I do. I post it sometimes when it bugs me.
You're not supposed to think and be a Muslim. That's the problem, right?
Excuse me, Your Highness. Excuse me,
I was
sir.
taught to question everything, right?
Forgive me for interrupting. We have a
You're forgiven.
we have a Muslim on stage, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Yo,
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Highness, my lady.
Welcome, my
Yes,
good
sir.
friend.
Shall I mute up? I'm sorry. What? Did you want me to ask? Or wait. You said Baku, my good friend. I didn't hear anything else. I'm chopping pumpkins.
The Way, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. You're muted, by the way.
I guess the way is trying to find his way to the mic button.
it's Christ, brother. I'll help you out. We can guide you to the path if you would like.
Well, according to
Lord willing.
is it 1156? Allah Himself is on a straight path.
He's following Christ.
Where it says, "My Lord is on a straight path." Oh, he dropped. I guess having connection issues.
Hey, so I got one. So why do you guys think Muhammad's father's name was Abdullah, but according to the Hadith, Abdullah means slave of Allah, but according to the Hadith, his father's in hell.
Well, Abdullah, even historically, wasn't that name was connected to a pagan god? Like he was supposed to be a sacrifice, if I'm not mistaken.
His father?
I don't know, because according to Professor Ahmed Al-Jalad, based on his studies, because he studies ancient inscriptions, he says that by the 6th century, meaning 501 to 600 AD, there's no trace of paganism in that area. Now, that's a problem for Muslims because Muhammad comes from the tribe of Quraysh, and they're supposed to be pagans in the 7th century. But according to this professor, there was no more pagan worshiping in that area.
But before you answer the Muslim, because I know we're coming up. But when would that really play on like Muhammad's dad? Because couldn't he have been in the earlier century before paganism was eliminated? Or is it saying it was 100 years, like years before Muhammad was even?
Well, this is the thing, though, sis. I mean, it wasn't Abu Bakr. He made a decree in 632 that the pagans couldn't take the Hajj anymore. So that means that before that, the pagans were, because if they weren't, he would have had no reason to make that decree in 632.
No, but wait a minute. The Quran does that, chapter 9.
So you're talking about historically? We have to have something historically that confirms.
Yeah. The problem is history is not very kind to Islam. It doesn't have any historical backdrop, right? Like we can't find a city called Mecca, which according to the Quran had olive trees, it had streams of water, it had grass, people had farms. Could you imagine people farming in Mecca? Where are they getting the food for the animals? Where are they getting the water? Now, I know it had the Zamzam, but please, Zamzam would be nothing, right?
Right. I'm going to let you address the guest now. My bad. I'm sorry, Rakeem, down there. Get this together. I'll feel you.
What's up, the way one?
So, Banku, I got a question for you.
Oh, goodness. It's Logic.
Yeah, what's good with you, Banku? I heard you say something, so I got a question.
Okay, what's up, man?
Yes, I heard you tell the host. You said you think a lot, right?
Yeah, man.
You be thinking?
I think, sir.
So let me ask you this then. Why you a Christian if you think a lot?
Man, because the Bible says seek wisdom. It said a foolish man despises wisdom. That's why
the Quran say the same thing, sweetheart.
Where your Quran say that? To seek wisdom. Go ahead, show me that.
Hold on.
Banku, my question is, why is he a Muslim? Because Muslim goes against black people.
Muslims
Let's not bring up the left shoulder and right shoulder.
Exactly.
Well, so I'm being good. I'm applying 1 Peter 3:15. I ain't even gonna assault nobody no more right now. Trying to get in there.
The way I'm not a Muslim.
Muhammad sold 2 black slaves for the 1 white one.
I'm not a Muslim, honestly, because I read the Quran. See, I wanted to be a Muslim. I was practicing. I'm surprising my. I was practicing my Shahada. Ashadu. Yeah.
What's that from the Ashadu?
It's supposed to.
Ashaditi.
What does it
No, guys. The first thing that you do when you take the Shahada is you lie, because it says, "I bear witness or I testify that there is no God but God, and Muhammad is His messenger." Well, how can you bear witness or testify to something that you have no knowledge of? I mean, I never. Anybody ever meet Allah? No.
Yes, I have.
Meet Muhammad? No.
I met Allah. He was
I met Allah when I burned the Quran.
Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was 5'5".
Guys, I do not approve of burning. I do not approve of burning.
I'm sorry, bro, but
I have nothing to do with that.
That's right. I don't want to. I do not approve Central Dawah. I do not approve of burning the Quran. Okay.
hey, I burned the Quran because it's idolatry, brother. It's no problem. It's no problem.
You're gonna get me into trouble. The way or good logic.
We can't be burning Quran, bro.
Is he still looking for the verse that says seek wisdom? Because I could have sworn the Quran says don't ask any questions because you might not like the answer. So wait till the Quran is revealed.
101 and 102.
Fear Allah, brother. Fear Allah.
I think he's looking.
You ever notice that Allah is a conditional God, right? He only loves you if you follow Him. If you don't follow Him, He don't love you. Now, when Muslims tell you that there's free will in Islam, and I read in the Quran that Allah creates a portion of men for hell, what does that tell you? How do I know, or I should say, how does a Muslim know he's not in that portion that Allah created for hell? I mean, if you're in that portion, buddy, ain't no getting out of hell. Well,
Allah knows best.
Muhammad didn't even know. Muhammad didn't even know if he was going to go to heaven or hell.
Now, let me ask you guys.
When y'all say that, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, if a prophet came to you, would you follow a prophet who didn't even know if he was going to hell or heaven? I mean, that doesn't inspire confidence in me.
Me either, bro. That doesn't make me want to follow you at all. It makes me want to be like, I'll take Jesus. Yeah, He's the way.
Yeah, because it's like why would I follow a God? Like, you can't give me assurance. Like when Abraham, Moses, all these people follow God, they had an assurance about following Him. It wasn't a doubt. Like, you don't see anything in there with them doubting if they'll be saved or if God won't be with them during their in life. But in Islam, you see a lot, especially within the stories, where the followers are complicit. They don't know if they're going to be forgiven or not forgiven. If they die, they're going to get a vengeance, or they're going to get, whatever. It's too unreliable.
You know what's funny though? The Muslim are like that phrase. If I jump, would he jump?
Yeah.
Guess they do. Muhammad jumped, and they all jumped.
Also, why do you want to follow a God that says if you don't sin, He's going to wipe you out of existence and replace you? Sounds like a guy who's got a major ego problem.
Yeah, and you do have the problem with long too as well.
Why would you serve a God that tells you in Quran verse 8 and 12 to behead, to strike them at their necks and to strike them at their fingertips, the disbelievers? Why would anybody want to believe in something like that? And then tells you once you come into this cult, the only way you go out is by blood. That is absolutely insane.
Jesus says to love your neighbor and love your enemy, but when you read the Quran, strike those who doesn't believe in Allah or Muhammad on the last days.
Bro, the way is just down there taking shots, body shot. Sorry, brother.
The way, man.
He's trying to seek wisdom. He's trying to seek wisdom.
Wait, did you get lost or good logic? I mean, he's I'm gonna have to call it Prophet Chat GPT, man. That prophet is really. Hey, I actually created my own, because you know how the Quran says create a surah like it. Well, I actually created one. It actually sounds pretty good. I even have it in Arabic. Let me see if I can play it for you.
Hey, side note, I like that comeback though. I was quick with that one, huh? I was quick.
I created one too, brother, but I can't show it to you because you would get mad at me.
Oh, no, yeah, that's not audio. Where's my audio? Music. All right, so here's my. I couldn't get one of those guys that can sing the Arabic.
بسم الله الرحمن الحكيم الحمد لله رب السماوات والأرض مالك الزمان القريب والبعيد الهادي من يسير كالنجم المنير إياك نعبد وإياك ندعو اهدنا الصراط المستقيم غير مغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
There you go. I made a surah like the Quran.
Hey, I'm just stick with my boy God Logic song. Allah gave me faith.
That right? Because they ain't even how it's supposed to go.
These kids drive me crazy right now, man. I may have to come back.
Oh man, I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Yeah, let me come back. I gotta.
Hey, you can't find that wisdom, can you, brother? It's okay.
Go ahead.
You heard me, brother.
All right, man. Come back when you got the kids under control.
Yeah, I got
Not like me. That's why
I'll still be around.
Just remember, brother, Allah gave me faith.
Bro, I bet, hey, I ain't on no cap. I think using Logic, when he rapped on that, hey, it might sound good. Can you imagine that? Well, man, all gave me faith. Like, I don't know.
Hey, I ain't gonna cut me down. God, he got that exclusive.
We should be at 10,000. We should be at 10,000 likes, man. I'm not asking you to give me 100,000 likes like God Logic. Just give me 10,000. Come on. I've been on vacation for 10 days.
10 days. That's what I'm gonna be. I wasn't even supposed to be on TikTok. I told myself, I'm not getting on here. I'm gonna read my Bible and focus. But I'm about to try to make some pumpkin soup.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it's social media. Between social media and me playing around with AI. That reminds me. Let me look at my AI and see what kind of. I'm doing wallpaper for cell phones. Ooh, that one's nice. I like that one. Yeah. Yes. I'm going to. All right, let me share my camera. Alhamdulillah. If you guys like it.
I don't want to know. If you blame me, keep it on the low.
Hey, what you think of that wallpaper for a cell phone?
That look good.
Cool, man.
I'm gonna put some.
I give it a 9.1.
Do it like Keith. Do it like Keith from the Food Critic.
Anything over 7 is good. So I got that one. Let me see some. Hey, I'm actually also making wallpaper for Muslims. I mean, I'm gonna be doing both sides of the aisle.
I'm talking about entrepreneur.
Right, baby.
So, do you happen to Google AI the picture of Muhammad?
Look at that! Look at that beautiful wallpaper for Muslims. Look at that! Look at that! Could you imagine having that on your phone? Look at this one here.
I'll give that one right there. That one right. But wait, is it a moon? It's missing a moon.
Hey, Shampoo. Can you make like a Quran which says that the original Quran with no pages, no number, nothing on it, just original Quran?
What do you mean? Just a cover?
The original Quran said Jesus is God.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on chapter 115.
No,
I mean, you ain't heard about that? That's what the original Quran said. It said that Jesus is God and that God is a Trinity.
See, look at all these beautiful men. The Muslims are gonna be.
They have black birds, or is like wait? Do they have an issue with black in general?
I don't know. Well, it can't be because I mean, look at that. Look at that.
That's cute.
And then we're gonna go. Where's
I want to make that. I want to make that as my Quran right there, original Quran.
Now these are, I haven't put anything on this one yet, so these are my Christian ones. I got this one over here. All right. We got the eagle. It says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. This is a nice little candle.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, what is that?
This is a nice one.
Which one you said?
The app is that?
I got the
The one before the he gotta go back. He going so fast.
Oh, where do you want me to go?
I want to go back.
This one?
After that one. I think after that one.
The anchor?
Eagle?
No. Eagle.
Oh, the eagle. Okay. I kind of have to fix it because it kind of double D, but those who, AI sometimes is a little finicky, especially with words. So I like this one here. This one here, cool.
Dance to me in your life like a candle in the wind.
There you go. And I like this one too, stained glass with the dove. Now I just got to get some good Bible phrases. I'm going to be making packs of 10, and I also got to do for Windows wallpaper. I'm going to be putting them on. Buy me a coffee for $5. You can get a pack of 10 wallpapers.
Okay.
Got to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Nobody's buying my books. I'm putting all these books together. Nobody's buying them, man.
Hustle deal.
All right, let me go back to my wallpaper. There we go. I actually got my mod Rakim. I got him hooked on AI.
Hakeem.
Let me see.
Hakeem, not Hakeem. You got me saying Hakeem.
What happened to the people, man? We dropped down to 13. Come on, man. I've been gone for all this time, and where's all the Muslims?
Maybe you should change the topic, like,
How many
is
topics
Allah all of it?
Is Allah all of it? Is Allah all of it?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Pope wanted to do that one time.
I don't have.
I'm not gonna lie to you. On our live, we just provoked them to anger.
Oh man,
And then that makes them come
How
up.
about this one?
You said
Oh
what?
my gosh, that's hilarious.
What?
I wouldn't even do Central. I don't dislike Central like that. That little Libyan. That Libyan guy, I would put his little face on there.
I remember that time. Me and Constantine, we debated Central on Chewy's channel, and he said, I asked him if Aisha was a woman, and he said yes. Oh my gosh, that was so disgusting. Like, how could you possibly think that a 9-year-old is a woman? But it just shows you that they live in a false reality. It's
I was
not real.
I was thinking about like a picture of three, like a mother, like 3 adults and a child in the title. Which one is a child?
Oh, okay. I'll have to think about that.
That would be interesting.
Then at the bottom, 65-4.
Well, this is the picture. This is the famous embryology according to Muslims, or according to Allah.
Yep, that's exactly how my ultrasound looks. Yep. Let me tell you.
Where are her organs?
4-year-old Muhammad in the
Are they in
belly.
her bag or something? Like,
Yeah, we sitting on them.
You know that? Yeah, push it back.
It's funny when Muslims say, well, but the baby's situated between the backbone and the ribs of the woman. I'm like, are you serious? You know what's between the backbone and the ribs? That would be your heart. That would be your lungs. That would not be very comfortable. You would be dead also.
Yeah, man, because even having a baby, when they move a certain way, you feel that push, son. You be feeling out of breath. Don't let them be that close to you, man.
I mean, some of the things that these people believe is just amazing.
Allah must have did a vaginal renovation about 1,300 years ago after Muhammad or something. I don't know.
Technically, probably been when he did marry him.
Man, you know what was funny? Was that Bob Blondrick that we talked about? Well, anyway, according to the Quran, pregnancy is only 6 months, Banku. What took you so long?
Dang, man, I'm just late behind. I guess I was underdeveloped.
Yeah, so according to the Quran, you're only pregnant for 6 months.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Check this out. You know how they had that argument with Nosen and Alfie, and they was talking about the position of Daniel 7 in regards to the Turks and stuff like that. Like, I seen the little guy doing a live the other day talking about Muhammad and the Turks is fulfilled in Daniel 7. What's y'all thought on that? Because I'm like, Daniel 9:24 pretty much eliminates that, and the fact it's not everlasting kingdom, never ending is another elimination. But I don't see why they keep trying to argue that.
Well, my problem is, see, I'm smart. I learned my lesson. I only debate Muhammad in the Bible according to the Quran. If it's not in the Torah and the Injil, you can't use it. I'm not going to sit here and debate imaginary interpretations of what you think that the Bible says. I don't see anything. I actually had a debate with Chat on Daniel, and Chat basically said, that's just a Muslim argument. There's nothing in Daniel that even mentions Islam. Now, notice they're talking about Islam, because if they can prove it's about Islam, then they think they can prove Muhammad. But here's the thing. Historically, Islam, nobody knew about Islam until like the end of the 8th and 9th century. So that means during the time of supposed Muhammad, there was no religion called Islam.
Yeah.
There was no Quran. Nobody mentions a Quran. Not even John of Damascus, who should know, because for 3 generations they worked for the Umayyads, who are supposedly Muslim.
Exactly.
It doesn't. So what is their claim pertaining to Daniel 7?
Supposedly talking about Islam.
Yeah, so what is there, like, which portion of the body are they saying is Islam?
Well, actually, no. What they're saying is the rock, the 5th kingdom, because there's actually 5 kingdoms. The first 4, we know who they are. The 5th one, we don't really. It depends on which scholars, which they say it's the kingdom of God. It's not a human kingdom, right? It's not the Romans, not the Greek, it's not the Persians. It's not the Babylonians.
Why wasn't Muhammad's kingdom established perpetually?
And they say that it's Muhammad because of the rock, and they say that Muhammad is that cornerstone. You know how Jesus is the cornerstone? You know, the stone that the builders rejected? Well, apparently later on in history, they're trying to say that Muhammad is that cornerstone, which, is asinine, but hey,
And then when you look at it just from a biblical standpoint, and I always shout out Radar, when Radar breaks it down and you read it yourself, like those prophets like Moses and David, well, I don't know if David's considered a prophet, I always say king, I could be wrong, but they have some similarities with Jesus. Muhammad has absolutely none.
Well, the problem with like the biblical prophets, it depends on what criteria. Because I do have a list, like you have the 12 major and you have the 12 minor. Some sources will include Adam and Abraham as prophets. Some sources don't. Again, it all depends on how you define a prophet, but typically Adam is not considered a prophet and Abraham is not considered a prophet. Yeah. So it all depends. Yeah, so I think one time Central used
who's not considered a prophet?
I'm sorry?
You said which ones aren't considered a prophet?
Like, depending on what sources, Adam would not be considered a prophet, Abraham would not be considered a prophet.
No, I don't consider Adam a prophet.
But there are some sources that you can find that do include them. As a matter of fact, I asked my long-lost brother from Suckling, my brother Chat from another mother. I had a discussion with Chad, biblical. Okay, so I asked the question of biblical prophets from Jacob, because one of my topics on Dr. Trust Me Bro was, can you name the prophets that came out of Ishmael compared to the prophets that came out of Jacob?
Yes, I wanna share to you about the prophet in the age of.
They don't have any prophets that came out of Ishmael. So for about, let me see, Ishmael would have been around 1900 BC.
Okay.
So they if they're I just looked at Daniel 7, and if they're trying to say that Daniel 7 is the 10 horns, then what do they believe? I mean, not wait. So hold on. What? Who is the 10 horns of them? I'm confused, because there's a 10 horns that comes that comes, and if you look into Revelations, it talks about it turning against the whore.
They don't.
Which is Babylon.
For the argument, they try to. I know the dude tried to argue the little horn, which most people have to understand that the little horn is the Antichrist, and try to say that was Islam without comprehending what he was saying. But
none of those are good. The horns are not good. They're all going to be destroyed. Like, I don't understand why he would even place himself in that. Like, that matters.
I don't know. The argument they're trying to make is historical with the Turks. That's the main thing they try to compare it with is Turks, Ottoman Empire. That's pretty much it. The context, they don't look like they really read into it at all.
But what does that have to do with the totality of the scripture? It's not saying that they're going to be there's going to be a prophet that comes from them. What's the purpose of? What's the point? It's not even like, it doesn't even prove anything. Okay, like, even if you want to substantiate, okay, it's talking about them. Even if you say it's them, that's fine. But it doesn't change the fact that passage doesn't change the fact that it's not talking about Muhammad being a prophet. So it still doesn't substantiate Muhammad being a prophet in the text. What prophet came from Rome? What prophet came from Medo-Persia? What prophet came from Babylon? Like, what are you saying? Like, this is terrible logic.
I think the biggest argument they have to make is, was anybody expecting somebody after the Messiah? In any of the biblical texts, do they have a understanding that there was an actual physical person, a physical being that is supposed to come after the Messiah to make some kind of grand correction or change and impact on anybody else after that? A prophet. They try to go for the Holy Spirit, which is iterated in the New Testament as the Holy Spirit. So if you can't come from that point, then what grounds do you have to say that Muhammad would be the last messenger if there's no context for something coming after the Messiah? That's my question. I think that eradicates the whole argument.
I mean, I think their arguments are weak to begin with, but that's just me. Honestly, I don't entertain most of that stuff. I basically stick to the Quran, and now I am learning how to basically deal with the evidence for Islam. I'm trying to find. I thought I had.
This is where I look at it, brother. I look at it like this: you can either choose to, know as much as you possibly can about Islam and debate it from, a religious standpoint, or you like me and Asmoneus do, we debate it from a moral standpoint. We don't care about your religion. We care about the fact that this morality does not fit a person that fits in the West. A person that's from the West, when you hear that this 54-year-old man married a 6-year-old, it's not going to fit your ideology unless you're a sick person. Right? When you hear that this woman was beat, that women were beat by Muhammadans, it's not going to make you appreciate Islam. So I think there's like two different approaches. You can either take the approach of just, giving people as much knowledge, as they possibly can, and that works in some instances. But I also think sometimes it works to just beat them over the head with morality,
I think it could be.
I mean, there's different ways to deal with it. Like Brother DL likes to deal with it from a theological standpoint. Me, like I said, can a Muslim prove their claims? Meaning, can you prove the Quran is the words of Allah and that it's perfect? That's it. It's either you can or you can't. And I know the answer is you can't. I mean, I'm still waiting for it, but I thought I had a conversation with Chat about the prophets. Quran and Bible and the Quran. It's not the blue Quran. So yeah, I mean, Muhammad supposedly comes from the line of Ishmael, but Ishmael was not given prophethood, right? We don't find any prophets coming from the line of from Ishmael.
They tried to make an argument saying that Ishmael was a part of the covenant because he was circumcised. And
that circumcision, that has nothing to do with anything. Also, because if you read it, what does God say? That the seed of Abraham only comes through Isaac, not Ishmael.
But even if you try to make that argument about it being circumcision, then this is a problem. Abraham, not only Ishmael was circumcised, Abraham's whole household of men was circumcised. So you trying to say they all prophets too?
Yeah, no. That's true. It's everybody that followed Abraham was circumcised. Now, my question to Muslims is, where in the Quran does Allah require Muslims to be circumcised? I mean, we know why in the Bible, right? That was a covenant with Abraham. Actually, I think there are 7 or 8 covenants that are in the Bible. But where is the command from Allah to circumcise? I mean, it's not in the Quran.
Yeah. Someone told me, they was like, "Oh yeah, Islam is Abrahamic." I said, "What makes Islam Abrahamic?"
Who did he baptize, anyways?
Huh?
In the Quran, it says Allah baptized.
Baptized?
Yep.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one either.
Just hold on, I'll go find it. Jeez.
You gotta find it, folks.
Yeah, that is a new one. I mean, I do know that Allah has a grandfather. That's not new.
Yeah, I know that one.
I'm trying to find. I had done something with Chad about all the Bible prophets. I am having so much fun with Chad. Way too much fun.
Oh my goodness, it's hot. Shell prophet or puppet prophet? What? Oh goodness.
Yeah, I want to know why Allah thinks that pregnancy is 6 months. That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Same way I want to know why he thought that Christians believe Mary was God.
I don't know. There's no evidence that anybody believed Mary was God. I mean, yeah, they'll say, well, you know, this group, which we don't even know if that group existed, the Calarinians or whatever, you know, they pray to or worship or venerate it, but that doesn't prove that she was part of the Trinity.
Right, and that wouldn't have been a general. That would only, if anything, that would only say that Allah had limited knowledge, and he was only talking about the heretical group of Arabia, and not the issue with how we view. But then it still wouldn't be plausible because in Islam, per their translators, I'm not gonna say the Quran itself. Per the translators, they say that the Holy Spirit is Jibril. So there's still be an issue either way.
Well, you got the issue because according to, what is it, 6612, it says, and we sent our spirit that blew into Mary. So what did Jibril blow into Mary to make her pregnant? That means Jibril had the power to make her pregnant, right? I thought that was only Allah's power. All these things that we have to deal with. Yeah, I think Islam is going to be done with in about 5 to 10 years. Not unless there's some major discoveries that prove the what do we call it, standard Islamic narrative. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, guys, I think it is time for me to bid you adieu.
Alrighty, you have a good one. I might be closing up shop soon.
For sure.
Doesn't seem like we're having,
Well, Lord willing, you at least get one more.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, brother.
Anyway, have a good
Listen,
one.
everybody.
Feel free to drop by anytime.
Sure. Bye-bye.
See, according to Sahih Bukhari 2343, it talks about renting land for cultivation. This cannot be talking about Mecca. There was no agriculture in Mecca. Right? 2344 says the companion.
The fall weather not kicking in yet.
Malawi and Marwan. Now, here's something that was very interesting. Mentions Muhammad, Umar, Uthman. We know that there were Muhammads in the 7th century. I mean, I would be dismissed if nobody was named Muhammad in the 7th century. Just like John. John was the 5th most popular name up until 200 AD. Jesus was the 6th most popular name. So it would not be a problem to have other people named Jesus. Right?
Dang, I'll be thinking off mic. Yup, I agree.
So even though we might find, and the early writings would just say, they would just use the letters MHMD or Mahmed. Well, that doesn't really mean anything. It means the chosen one, the praised one, the trustworthy one. The praised one, the chosen one, the most desired one. And that's been used as far back as 1400 BC by the Ugarites. I mean, Saint Ambrose called Jesus Mahmed. The Jewish exilars called themselves Mahmed, the chosen ones. So it was always used as a title. Here we go. I found it. OT Prophets with the dates. I knew I had it here somewhere. Okay, let me go all the way to the top. All right, so I asked Chat, can I get a list of the OT prophets, be they minor or major, and the dates they lived in? Major prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, and Daniel. Minor prophets, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, and Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. No mention of Adam, no mention of Abraham. Actually, I'm surprised. I guess Moses was not a major prophet. So then I said, are these all the OT prophets? Moses, Aaron, again, no Abraham. Moses, Aaron, these were just not major or minor. So you got Moses, Aaron, Miriam. Woo, we got a female in here. We got Samuel, Nathan, God, Elijah, Deborah, another female. Okay. We got Huldah, Ahijah, forget about the names. Shemaiah, Edu, Hanani, Jahu, son of Hanana, Micah. Prophets had books names after them. Obviously, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, and Daniel. Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah. Prophets without books named after them. Moses, Aaron, Miriam, Samuel, Nathan, God. Yeah, notice I don't see Lot. I don't see Ishmael. You know, kind of weird, don't you think?
I mean, for Islam. You know what I thought about? You know how they say they believe in all prophets? Yeah. But the guy that just said what he said about there's no female. He's like, a female can't be a prophet. That means they don't believe in all prophets because they have female prophets.
Which, by the way, presents a problem when a Muslim tries to use Solomon 5:16. Because if it's a prophecy by a female.
Yeah.
We can see your